Freshly leaked documents reveal that when the former South African ambassador died under mysterious circumstances in Paris, he was not alone. Reports suggest he was with a clandestine lover, a revelation that has sent shockwaves through political and diplomatic circles. This disclosure has reopened one of the most baffling foreign cases in recent history and cast suspicion on those closest to him. NATHI was no ordinary diplomat. He was an experienced statesman, a politician once considered untouchable, navigating corridors of power with charm and authority. Yet behind the polished rhetoric and diplomatic smiles, it appears he harbored secrets potent enough to threaten everything he represented. Investigative reports indicate that Dera visited Paris ostensibly on official business, participating in a series of closed-door conferences with European trade officials. What no one realized at the time was that he had extended his stay for personal reasons. Newly discovered travel and hotel records suggest a mysterious woman checked into the same five-star hotel hours before Dera, paying cash under an assumed name and occupying an adjacent suite booked through backchannel methods rather than embassy protocol. To investigators, this immediately raised red flags. Hotel staff later confirmed that Dera dined with a woman described as elegant, soft-spoken, and intimately close to him. Their table was isolated, with hotel guards ensuring privacy at Dera's insistence. Hours later, events turned tragic. Emergency personnel was summoned to the suite following reports of a medical emergency, but it was too late. Dera had died at the scene. What startled responders most was not just the death, but the disappearance of the woman who had been with him only hours earlier. She vanished entirely, no passport records, no exit logs, and no CCTV footage apart from some indistinct corridor images. French authorities initially attributed Dera's death to natural causes, likely a cardiac event, but new evidence suggests far more may have been involved. An anonymous source at the South African embassy in Paris indicated the woman may not have been a casual companion. Some reports link her to high-ranking officials in Pretoria, others suggest she was a former communications advisor during Dera's tenure in the foreign ministry or a foreign citizen with connections in influential business circles under investigation for money laundering and illicit contracts with state-owned companies. If true, the implications are staggering and could explain why official records of Dera's Paris visit were suddenly sealed. A retired intelligence analyst noted that routine diplomatic records rarely require sealing unless the trip involved sensitive matters. Within 48 hours of Dera's death, embassy staff were instructed to secure his personal belongings and restrict access to his communications devices. His laptop, 2 cell phones, and handwritten notebooks were taken by embassy security and quietly transported to South Africa under diplomatic cover. French investigators initially assigned to the case were replaced after a discreet request from Pretoria, fueling speculation that higher authorities sought to contain potential fallout. With the new revelations about a mysterious lover, speculation that Dera's death was more than an accident has intensified. Political observers suggest the ambassador may have been silenced to protect sensitive information or prevent exposure of a broader corruption network. The Dera family, previously silent, issued an emotional statement, lamenting that despite many stories, none have given us peace. They disclosed that personal belongings, including his phone and computer containing potentially vital information from his last days, were missing. Back home, the news has ignited a political firestorm. Sources within the ruling ANC suggest Dera's liaison was known only to select officials to prevent scandal, while opposition voices speculate the woman might have been an operative meant to extract classified information or compromise the ambassador. Rumors of assassination disguised as a personal scandal are growing, particularly given Dera's work on potential corruption investigations. French authorities have quietly reopened parts of the inquiry after new DNA samples were taken from the hotel suite, identifying a partial female profile that may belong to the mysterious woman. If confirmed, this could trigger a diplomatic crisis, connecting her to influential political and financial networks. Despite official silence from the French and South African governments, international scrutiny continues to rise. On social media, the case has captured national attention, dividing South Africans between those who believe Dera died of natural causes and those convinced he was ensnared in a web of deceit and betrayal, with hashtags like #JusticeForDua trending. Commentators warn that unfolding revelations could expose entrenched corruption and strain South Africa's diplomatic ties with Europe. Forensic experts indicate that toxicology results may soon clarify whether Dera's death resulted from poisoning or natural causes, potentially ending speculation of foul play. This story transcends romance or tragedy. It is a narrative of power, secrets, and the precarious consequences of personal and political choices. For now, the world waits. The identity of the enigmatic woman, the missing devices, and the sealed files may hold the key to understanding the events of that fateful night in Paris. Was NATHI Dera a victim of a forbidden romance gone awry, or was he eliminated to safeguard explosive secrets? Regardless of the truth, one certainty remains: this tale is only just beginning. When the truth emerges, it may not only rewrite the final chapter of Dera's life but reshape South African history itself.